All right, hello. Varendipitous here. I am live on Twitch right now as of recording this. We have Supreme, we have Sapdragon, and we have Captain Legend here in the chat, and maybe a few other people in the chat as well. This is very exciting. I was just talking just now on the chat. By the way, hello YouTube. Uh, this is going to be on YouTube now. You can see the chat in the upper right left corner there. But yeah, so I was just kind of looking at all the reveals we've had so far. I'm pretty sure today is going to be a skin because, yeah, I mean, everything. So we know about the Wanderer, Relentless Pest, Reno for Pestilence. We know about the Emperor, Ashen Warmonger, Roland. We know about the Starved One, Baraza, and now we have the Savior, which is going to be Death. So something death related. And I've been saying Magyar or Zariel because they, them pronouns have been used to refer to the Savior up to this point. I'm thinking more Magyar because, like, the whole, like, 100 souls in a suit of armor thing sounds cool. We did learn about this schism that the Wings of Mercy had between, Merciful Death and Merciful Life or something like that. I think the Merciful Life group is, like, down here. That's what who we met in Chapter 2. So I think over here with this big Obsidian Spire place is probably going to be the Merciful Death side, the Merciful Death sect of the Wings of Mercy. But yeah, we got about a minute. Are there any other predictions that we have here? I'm also excited for Atrophius being the one to do today's reveal. This is his very first Battle Pass reveal as he's a brand new partner. Very exciting. Less than a minute, everybody. Yeah, Atrophius is fantastic. His Brawlhalla Origin series is phenomenal. I love that he's doing that. Also, his Brawl Academy thing is also fantastic. He's doing fantastic work. So I'm very happy that he is a fellow Brawlhalla partner. Yeah, I also think today is a skin because a skin has been revealed every other day so far. Like we had the progression skin, then we had UI stuff, then we had another skin, then we had I think emotes, then we had another skin, and then we had like oh gosh, something else. Once again, it was another sort of like, you're Greg, welcome. Seeing new partner creators get added gave me a big drive this year. Yeah, so actually, hold on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so the new batch of Battle Pass of Brawlhalla partner creators, they were, I believe, also invite. It was invite only once again, but we. Hopefully there will be a process for our application. I don't know, but we'll see. But it is time, everybody. It is time to check out Chapter 11, Death of the Savior. So if you want to see the reveal, just go ahead and see the reveal if you want. Don't say anything in here. But I'm going to read the chapter, and the reveal is going to be in the chapter. So that's what we're going to do here, all right? So here we go. The mountain pass is difficult. Oh, I love this background. Oh, this is so good. The terrain is hostile, but it is not trying to fight. It is defensive, protective. It does not want me to suffer, but it does want to keep me out. It's a really good description of this place. Boulders have fallen from above, leaving large cracks and scars snaking along the earth. Nothing was even. Each gap was an endeavor to cross. Every cliff was another strain on my tired body. The falling snow first melts on my weary-worn brow, then it begins to build. It was soft and light at first. Now it is 1,000 kilos I bear upon my body. I do not look up. It is easier to travel when I know not where my feet take me. I know where I must go, but I know better than to yearn for the next peak that rises in the distance. It is when the road turns from sheer rock and snow to trodden grass and weather-worn dirt that I finally look up. Everything is strange. Lush grasses, old buildings carefully maintained. The paint has begun to chip and flake, but a new coat will be painted over it soon. Cobblestones swept and polished. They are maintained every day without fail. High above the settlement there is a statue of a winged, hooded figure. It is standing ready, holding a bronze trumpet to where its lips would be. The grand obsidian spires are pillars rising above the settlement. In this hidden corner of the world, the Wings of Mercy have taken refuge. Some of their missionaries are brave enough to settle and spread their creed across the continent. But for most of their number, they stay here. They are sheltered by the mountains and by their Messiah. They have been persecuted by the Emperor before. They have been persecuted even by one another. All that remains is the victor of the schism, the death-touched sect. Oh, right, yeah, so because the ones in black robes were the ones that won, and that sect was the one that we met in Chapter 2. The ones in white lost the Hallowed War, it sounds like. They built this place themselves, brick by brick. Small stores, crisscross roads, and passing chatter. It is less lively than Fort Havershant, but these people have carved out a part of the world as theirs. Okay, so I think I was also thinking, I thought that up here would be where the white-robed part of the Wings of Mercy are, but I think maybe what we saw in Chapter 2 is just kind of like maybe like a missionary, like a mission group or something like that. Like, you know, they have cathedrals in various places. This is probably going to be the same group, I'm guessing. We'll see. This place is their holy city. Blissfully, they are not aware of their tainted reputation beyond this sanctum. Priestesses walk by hurriedly. They give curt nods in greeting, but they have somewhere to be. Time does not halt for passing chatter. They had things to do. Another teaching to give, another coat to paint, another garden to maintain. I have already been forgotten in their minds the moment they pass by me. But I too have somewhere to be, with someone I need to meet. My apologies for interrupting you, but do you know where I can speak to the Savior? The priestesses pause, ruminating on my request. They seem befuddled. How could someone not know where the Savior was? The Savior does not hide from the world. They embrace it with open arms and wings. So when someone marches into their holy city and asks where the holy head of their religion is, it is enough to give pause. They silently point towards the main road, at the statue. There is a long, pristine bridge that rises up into the air to meet the lip of the statue's trumpet. I wave and nod in thanks before I make my way to the bridge. I see a small queue of people formed in front of me. Two priestesses stand beside the line, their arms clasped tightly to their chest. It is solemn and silent, but there is no anxiety or fear in the minds of these people. No, they await their audience eagerly. One by one, the priestesses take away the next person in line while ferrying back the previous person. It is my turn next. There is still remaining anxiety in my heart. Would the Savior receive an outsider like the Emperor? I know now that I can hold the fragments of the crest without being reduced to dust. I am still mortal, however. If I offended them by asking for their fragment, would I be allowed to live? Anxious, I lightly tap my foot against the cobble. I get stares from the other people in the queue, but I cannot stop. The priestesses return, motioning for me to follow. As I ascend the bridge, I take in the sights around me. The skies are clearer here, as if a protective ward had been drawn around this valley. Golden light peeks through the mountaintops, casting long shadows over the landscape. The lake below the bridge shimmers with remnant flickers of light. The statue looms before me, but it is not menacing in its presence. A melancholic tension hangs in the air, unresolved sadness, felled foe and friend, and decades of solitude. A mission left unfulfilled. And soon before me, I see the Savior. So here is the reveal. Let's check this out. What? What's going on? Oh dear. What's happening? I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and, here we go. Found it.
What's up, Brawlhallers? This is Atrophius, creator of Brawl Academy, host of the Brawlhalla Origins podcast, and newly minted Brawlhalla Partner, here to bring you another Battle Pass Season 9 reveal. In today's reveal, I'm going to be showing off a new skin for the legend Moonin, as well as an avatar that's paired with the skin, and a new sidekick. There have been a lot of reveals so far,
interesting.
And this is honestly shaping up to be one of the best Battle Passes that I think Brawlhalla has ever seen. And we're getting real close to what is presumably the release date, because there's only a handful of reveals left after this one. All of the ones before this one, incredible.
So I see now, because the wings and as well as also the weapons that we saw yesterday, they had a bunch of like bird imagery on them. It makes so much sense.
Awesome skins coming in this battle pass. some of the emotes especially are looking just real good. So I'm excited to grab a couple of those and start using them in game. I know that you're here primarily for the reveals, so I'm not going to waste too much of your time, but if you want to check out all of the other reveals that have been done up to this point, as well as all of the rest of the reveals that are coming after today, be sure to go over to brawlhalla.com/battlepass.
Alright.
Down in the
We only got like
description
less than a
below. Be
minute
sure to
left
check
in this
out
video
Brawl
anyway.
Academy and Brawlhalla Origins right here on this channel. I've interviewed a number of notable players in the Brawlhalla community.
I'm subscribed already.
This season, Sandstorm, Pavelski, Crocky, and more. Excited to bring you the rest of Season 2 of Origins over the next 5 weeks, including Monday's interview with Tybo that you'll be able to find right here on this channel as well. But without further ado, let's check out the brand new skin for Moonin, Deathly Presence Moonin.
Deathly... Oh my goodness. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, that is... Very nice. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, it's a vulture. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, I know things are kind of blocking a bit, but we have... Oh, so both of these are called Lacrimosa. Interesting. I like it. And there's the avatar Mortimer. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I should... It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, a bearded vulture. They look like dragon. It makes sense because, again, the weapons yesterday had bird imagery on it, and it was like mercy weapons. Oh my gosh. It makes so much sense. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Oh, look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Oh man. The double there's like 6 wings, 2, 4, and 6, like biblically accurate angels and stuff. Oh man. Anyway, what kind of here we go. I was trying to come up with a the voice for this. Yeah, I think like the Moonin's weapons look like the same weapons that we saw yesterday. So I think just like Orion last time. Anyway, yeah. Hello, Wu Shang. I have been waiting for you. You know my name. I have eyes and ears all around, but even without my informants, news travels quickly. Defensive. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I'm recording and streaming at the same time, so this video will be up within the hour. You and I have much to discuss. Please, sit with me. Priestesses, kindly inform any remaining guests that I have concluded for the day. Eagle Addy, welcome. Would you care for something to drink? Tea? Yes, that would be appreciated, thank you. One priestess begins to head down the bridge. The other ducks into a small building before bringing out a pot of freshly brewed, piping hot tea. She places it on a nearby table, bows, and leaves. The Savior motions for me to sit as she pours a cup for me, humming a hymn. As I sit down, I cannot help but stare at her. This is interesting because, again, people have been saying they this whole time, and now, anyway. Calling that calamari-based Moonin skin off a bearded vulture. I think that is probably the case. Defensive. How is Moonin the savior? And honestly, I think we actually did have a clue here because I said earlier the mercy weapons, the weapon set for this battle pass has bird skull imagery on it. I feel like that should have been a clue for me. But anyway, here we go. Despite having the head of a vulture, there we go. Yep, Supreme, you were right. I don't know about bearded vulture, but possibly. But despite having the head of a vulture, she looks upon me not with the gaze of an opportunist. Instead, her yellow, piercing eyes betray a motherly kindness and sympathy. Her plumage is mottled with dull, tawny spots fluttering with every movement. Massive, dark, inky wings sprout from her back. Tendrils of ink seem to cling her sets of wings together. Despite this, she moves smoothly, silently, and with divine bearing. Her ceremonial garb is regal in its airs, but unlike the Emperor, there is no pomp and circumstance. It is natural. It is innate. She simply invokes grandeur. As she sits, the Savior begins to speak again. Her lilting, warm voice begins to dance to a rhythmic cadence. It sings with every word, every intonation. Good. When I come up with like a voice like on the spot, I usually sometimes I have to adjust whenever someone describes the voice later, and I'm like, oh, it sounds like this. So I think I was pretty close on my first try. I'll make a tweet showing you what they look like. The white feathered head and black feathers around the eyes is what the whole species look like. That's awesome. And I love, yeah, so like black and purple, like that's just perfect. Anyway, please feel free to ignore any formalities. I do not care for such frivolous things, even if my followers insist upon it. We will speak as equals. I'm honestly quite surprised and grateful for your hospitality. The previous encounters I've had with others along my journey have not been so pleasant. Oh? Please tell me about your journey. The road must have been a long one. I initially set out to uncover the truth of the world. Why are we still alive in this dying world? I first encountered a wanderer. He insisted upon traveling with me because he said he knew where one of the fragments of the crest were. He branded me as a criminal so that I may enter Fort Havershant and see the Emperor. The meeting went poorly, and the Emperor attempted to execute me. I did not die. The fragment of the crest burned at my skin, but I am still alive. He sent me to retrieve 2 fragments with known locations, one to the north with the starved one, the other to the south with you. Only then will he supply me with the 3rd fragment. And the 4th, as I've come to know, with that wanderer, who failed to tell me that he possessed a portion of the crest this entire time. I have parted ways with him. He took his fragment with him. Nevertheless, I have the fragment of the starved one. I still intend to complete my original mission. So I have come here alone. I may not be able to retrieve his portion, but I would still like to reunite the fragments of the crest as completely as I can. Even incomplete, surely it possesses great power. Savior, will you help me out? Will you provide me with your fragment of the crest? By the way, interesting little note here. The Emperor said that he despised the Savior, or like he told Wu Shang to like vanquish the Savior in battle and like pry the crest from their cold hands. So, anyway, there's some bad blood there. I see. You have encountered great strife and adversity to come here. It seems that my peers, based on your account, have not changed at all. Yes, I will give you my fragment, but let us talk first. I'm sure you have many questions you want to ask of me. I'm sure they have been difficult to work with. They are, among other things, apathetic, egotistical, unempathetic. No. I sympathize with the plight of your people. I will listen. Ask, and I will answer. Are the crest fragments you all possess truly the artifact in the legends? Yes. There are some details that have been lost to time, but this is the one and only crest. The key intended to unlock the blessed gates all those years ago. It is the real, true artifact of the divine. What exactly are you and the others? A difficult question. What was I? What am I now? What have I become? I am a Messiah, at least to my followers and to the world at large. I have become a Messiah to their faith. I descended upon them in their time of need and provided them with core tenets of my philosophy. It has grown beyond what I intended. Truth be told, I had no idea it would grow into what it is now. For many years, I secluded myself. When I returned from my solitude, I found my own adherents in the midst of a civil war. Oh, interesting. So she secluded herself, and then when she came back, everyone was fighting over her. Wow, that must be rough. But I accept responsibility for my choices. I never clarified my intentions very clearly. These sister sects of the Wings of Mercy, Humble Dryer, hello, welcome. These sister sects of the Wings of Mercy have torn themselves from the inside, trying to pick apart every aspect of every word I spoke that fateful day. Many lives have been lost because of my inaction. I regret it. So now, I have adorned the mantle of their deliverer. I have become what this world knows as the Savior. But it is not what I truly am. Then what are you really? Death. Antithesis to life and the true primordial fear of all living beings. I am defied, I am opposed, I am reviled, but death comes for us all. The warmth of being surrounded by loved ones as you fade away into dreamless sleep. The sinking loneliness of a wasted existence. I am what waits in the end. Death is the ruler in the domain of life. How can this be? What, do you personally shepherd people into the beyond? Are you a god? What is in the afterlife? A very good question in this alternative dimension of Brawlhalla lore. No, I am no reaper. I am no god. Perhaps I am partially divine, but most of all I am just an embodiment, a principle. I do not cause death, not intentionally anyway. It is a duty that is bestowed upon me, but I reject this responsibility to the best of my ability. There is no meaning in death without a well-lived life, so my gift to the people is the will to make meaning in a meaningless life. Perhaps you might find it repugnant that I try to bestow such kindness, only to be the inevitability that awaits them. I do not reject that. Then, the others, are they all like you? Yes. The starved one, beast of the blighted wastelands, he is famine. Okay, so the Emperor, Warmonger, the Ashen Warlord, he is war. So yeah, at first I was thinking that the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse was just like, that was just the inspiration behind the skins and the world that they live in. But no, they are the actual embodiment of these ideas. The Wanderer, known to no one but himself, he is pestilence. Not even beings, but concepts? My appearance, this form I have taken, is a curse, a punishment. If the betrayer was the one who initiated the apocalypse, then I suppose that makes us the betrayed. The betrayed? That means you were the four champions. Yep, I suppose that was kind of obvious, but I figured that they were the four of them were the four champions, yeah. I had a vision, some faint dream. I saw you all. I did not know it was you then, but I saw you all turn to dust. The crest, the betrayer, the initiation of the apocalypse. Yes. I love this. Moonin, death. As a consequence of the betrayer shirking their duties, we have been cursed. The others have lost their sense of purpose. They have resigned themselves to roam the land, indulging in their hedonist whims, immortal yet without purpose, content with letting this world fester when the solution is within their fingertips. We cannot wield the crest as one. They have never listened to me. They never will. But my will has never faltered. I have not lost sight of what must be done. Give me your hand, Wushang. Take my fragment. Death places a glimmering metal shard into my hand, slightly indented on its right half. The sun gleams off of it with a rosy warmth. Memories of gold glint on its surface, shifting and bending with the light. It is familiar yet alien, nostalgic yet unknown. A poignant jamais vu, which I know a little bit of French. It means never seen. So instead of déjà vu, which means already seen, jamais vu is like, I've never seen this, but it feels familiar. Yeah. It has been polished every day for 100 years. It has yearned to be reunited with its siblings 100 more. As it touches my palm, I can feel a heat radiating from it, not searing, but comforting me. I feel it pounding within my chest, an overwhelming sensation of responsibility. The will of the people, the will of the divine. I have been waiting for this moment for a very long time, Wushang. Once I saw the universal principle, the emblem of the divine that adorns you, I knew that you could be the one to do what we could not all those years ago. The universal principle, the emblem of the divine. Interesting. So it's not truth necessarily, but I guess truth it can be considered universal. Slay it. Slay the foul beast that still dwells in the apocalypse of the ravaged lands. It has lost its sense of self long ago. An arrogant mistake turned to fate worse than even death, undying and raging. You must end the betrayer. It will fall by your hand and yours alone. Then, the blessed gates will be free from its tyranny. Complete the crest. Place it within the blessed gates. Unleash the divine gifts that were meant for this world. Wushang, deliver us. Free us from our curse. Free the people of this world once and for all. You will be our liberator. You will be our champion. I was waiting for her to say, you will be our savior. Wow, that was good. Okay. Ooh. So now Wushang has 2 crests, I'm assuming he's going to go back to the Emperor for the third one, and then I don't know how he's going to get the last one from Reno, but ashes to ashes, dust to dust, the Betrayer. And as far as reveals go, we have Planet Micro tomorrow. We have Swerfed the day after that, and then we have the dev stream the day after that. So, whew, man. Yeah. So actually, you know what? I think I need to end this in a few minutes, but because I need to go somewhere. But I think I'll do some theorizing here for a moment. I don't want to mess up my hair, but theorizing. So, yeah. So now we know that the four champions are the embodiment of those four things: war, famine, pestilence, and death. I think, there's a lot of depth to this that I have not yet, I feel like I'll need to, to fully understand and grasp the depth of this world and everything, and with the Wings of Mercy and with the story of the end and the four champions and everything, I think I'll need to read everything again. And I do plan on making a video series in which I just read through all of it, like an audiobook kind of thing. A visual audiobook I'll be looking at the kinetic novel, but just without theorizing, just reading through all of it. And that will be fun because I like doing all the voices, but also that will help me understand this world a little bit better. But yeah, so again, the Betrayer, still not sure who it is. I don't think we've gotten any clues yet as to who that might be. But yeah, now we know the four champions, they are the embodiment of these things. And they're shirking their duties essentially. They can't defeat the Betrayer, but they can. I guess they're just sort of doing whatever they want, essentially. While Moonin is the only one who's trying to actually save the world. Maybe Reno's trying to save the world as well. I don't know. Again, not sure. We don't know anything about what Reno wants to do necessarily. Maybe he has the same goals as Moonin does. But I don't know. It feels like he's doing things in a bit of a roundabout way. I'll have to think about it a little bit more. The Betrayer. Who could it possibly be? I'm not entirely sure. I feel like Jala is a good candidate just because, again, Ikurusk Mountains. We keep hearing that. Caspian could be one as well. Newbie, welcome. Hello. I'm just. Caspian is a thief. That's true. I don't know. Technically, as far as Brawlhalla characters who have betrayed people, theorizing hats back. Let's go. Yeah, as far as people in Brawlhalla lore in the main canon who have betrayed people, technically Mordex is a betrayer, but I don't think it's not Mordex. There's no way. Enjoy your Saturday afternoon. Looking sharp. Yeah, I have a church function in about half an hour, so that's why I'm dressed up here. But yeah. Yeah, those are my best guesses as to who the Betrayer is right now. And I think that we're gonna see level 3 Wushang in the kinetic novel at the very end when he fulfills his purpose and stuff. That's another prediction I have. But yeah, I think all that's left really is just, I know we haven't seen the colors of the battle pass yet. Epic Dusk skin, interesting. Also, I guess Loki could be an interesting one as well. Loki could be the Betrayer. Right? Especially since in Battle Pass Season 8, Loki was Loki is dipping his hands into all these different dimensions. So Loki could be one, definitely. Also, again, I was thinking that, again, Tezca could have been pulled from Battle Pass Season 9, possibly. It seems less likely now, but Chell could be an interesting choice as well. So, yeah, Swerve, I don't know. Swerve wouldn't actually give it away. I'm sure, I know he's doing a lot to, his reveal is going to be awesome, definitely. But yeah, I have no idea. We have colors and we have the epic skin. And I think that's it, unless there's any additional there might be a few more avatars that we haven't seen yet. But apart from that, if we assume that we've been shown a skin every other day, then Swerve probably has the skin. Micro probably has the colors, maybe. And Devstream might just be just capping it all off or something. But anyway, yeah, because I don't imagine Swerft would be revealing just colors, especially with what he does with his reveals. Anyway, those are my thoughts. That's pretty much all I've got here. So I'll be doing a live reaction tomorrow for tomorrow's reveal, as well as for Monday's reveal as well, because I don't have work on Monday, President's Day in the U.S. It's a holiday. But yeah, Swerve definitely revealing the epic. I think that's definitely what's going to happen. So anyway, I'm going to close it off here. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Those of you who are here live with me, and also those of you watching on YouTube. This is awesome. We have 3 chapters left, and I very much look forward to seeing what we have in store at the end. So take care, everyone, and until next time, all the best.